Hello everyone, Literal Smith here, and welcome to another Resident Evil review, a Resident Evil series review, and it's been about 1 or 2 weeks since I done the last one, but I want to catch up. I want to get them done by the end of March, so I'm gonna space them out a bit, but there's loads of Resident Evil games to do. So we're going to be covering Resident Evil 2 in this video. Now, Resi 2 was released for the Sony PlayStation in 1998, and it was set in September 28th of September 1998, the same year as it came out. I'm not quite sure what month it was released in, but I know the year. It was ported to the Nintendo 64, but that is really rare for it. It also got a rare release for the GameCube and the digital download on the PSN for the PlayStation 3. I'm not quite sure. No, I think it only got released a few times. I don't think it got any HD releases apart from now they are actually remaking Resident Evil 2 for the newer consoles, and it's going to be HD remastered. It's going to be really good. I hope it's going to be good. Now let's take on the review. On the Sony PlayStation, you get 2 discs, one which has Leon's side on it, and one which has Claire's side on it. Now, you can either choose whatever character you want. I always go for Leon first, I don't know why. And you basically go through the game. It starts off in a police station, and then you go into the sewers, and then you go into the labs. You discover the secret behind Umbrella, more secrets, and you're basically being hunted down by tyrants. And well, actually it's just like one tyrant. He just survives and get hunted down by William Birkin as the main boss. You do get little help throughout the game, like with Leon it's Ada Wong, the first glimpse of Ada Wong in it, the spy sent in by Wesker, I believe he was working with back then, and Claire gets Sherry Birkin, William Birkin's daughter, the main boss's daughter, and Sherry we're going to talk a bit more about at a later date, because her storyline is a bit, it goes all over the place really. The weaponry of it is pretty good. I'd say my favourite weapon is the Magnum, obviously. You do get custom parts and everything, like custom parts for the guns and stuff like that in the rocket launcher at the end of the B-side scenarios. After you complete the game with one character, you get the chance to save. Once you're saved, it will save it to scenario B. So what you do is you take out the turn the console off, take out the disc, swap it over with the other character's disc, and then you load that save, and that basically shows you what happened to the other character while he or she was looking around while you was. So you can basically play both storylines, and you can, like, if you like, play Leon A and then you go over to Claire side B scenario. You can even swap it over. You can even do Claire A and Leon B just to see what all their storylines are like. So that is really good, and it's really unique. I'm quite interested to find out what they're going to do with that in the HD re-release remake. Auto-aim, yes, this is the first time auto-aim's got introduced into a Resident Evil game. Of course, you have to go into the controls and the options, switch it over to B, C it is. Go to control method C, and you got auto aim, which is really nice. I quite like that. The graphics has improved, a tad improved. Of course, it's 1998, so they couldn't really do much of it. The CG cutscenes are really nice. Of course, they used to call them FMVs. They don't do that anymore. It's just called CG work. So the cutscenes look really nice, really smooth. We've got really good voice actors, well-known voice actors in there, or for the day. They're not really well-known now. I'm not quite sure what they're up to now. And yeah, still trying to think what else I can say about this review. I don't want it to be too short. The musical score is quite nice, quite like that, and interesting storylines. Like you got Ada, the spy, that falls in love with Leon, but she just can't do it, and she supposedly dies at the end of it. And then you got Sherry Birkin, which has the G virus sample. Yeah, that's the name of the virus in this one. G virus in her pendant, and she's having to keep it in there, but she doesn't know it's in there because her mother gave her the pendant, so the virus sample was in there without Sherry knowing. So she was like basically a way for Annette Birkin, her mother, to get the sample out of town and out of reach, to keep the sample safe, in other words. And Ada Wong is trying to get said sample. Now, like I said, there's really tight and solid storylines and stuff like that. Of course, at the end, yes, the explosion is not that dramatic, but when you play the B-side scenarios, it is a bit better. And at the end of it, they go their separate ways, but Leon gets caught up with the government, and now he's, after Resident Evil 2, he started working for the government as a special agent. And unfortunately, Sherry gets kidnapped because, yes, she does get infected with the G embryo, they call it. They don't call it the G embryo in Resi 2. They do that in Umbrella Chronicles, Dark Side Chronicles, which I will touch on at a later date. So she gets taken by the government and basically put in a place where she's safe and she can get studied, because even though Claire managed to make a sample for her, a cure for her, it didn't work because some of the G virus was still in her, and that's why the government took her, because they wanted to see what she could do. And Ada here, she falls down, or she gets shot, depending on what scenario you play. Anyway, the zombies are really good. They made them more unique. They introduce a few female zombies in there, and like different style of zombies. The enemies are good, like you got lickers in there as opposed to hunters. You got zombie dogs as usual. You got great big zombie spiders and crows, as well as the bosses. Like you got a giant alligator. You got a you don't have a snake, you got an alligator. You got William Birkin all the time. You got a tyrant, and then you got a big tyrant T-boss at the end. So yeah, that has been it. I can't really think of anything else. Yeah, you unlock stuff at the end if you're playing like special difficulty and stuff and if you do it so many times, so many unique times, you can unlock the fourth survivor, which is basically you play as Hunk, as a special agent operative, and you can collect the T samples throughout. You don't actually collect them, that's in the other one, but you basically have to escape the police station with the virus in hand. Also, there's another one battle mode, which was on a few versions, and it was on the PS3 version as well. It's basically 3 mini games. You basically have to collect 4 or 5 samples and escape. That's about it. Also, that is there is Tofu. You get to play as Tofu. It's basically the Hunk minigame. It was like you play as a piece of tofu, and it was meant to be a blank copy of the characters in testing beta mode. They basically kept it and made it into a fun minigame. So that was quite funny. He has a knife and he's got a lot of health, and you can see when he starts to die, so you know how to heal him. And that was it. I really don't want to make this video go any longer. Next time, I don't know what I'm going to have tomorrow, but I'll find out something. I'll probably do this. Oh shit. There you go. So next time I'll have something different. So until then, see you guys.